everybody to the Wiley Show. Let me put on my glasses because I don't want to trigger anybody, but welcome to the new subscribers. I woke up and we just been growing and growing ever since. So thank you and shout out to all the new subscribers. But we have a full show today. We got to get down to business. Candace Owens, we got to talk about her. We're going to talk about Casanova. We're going to be talking about a YouTube prank gone wrong. We're going to get into that. We're going to be talking about T.I. and Tiny's show apparently getting canceled or temporarily not taping. And we also going to get into Jason Lee on following Cardi B. Let's go to the first topic that I want to get into, and I want to talk about this, is Candace Owens. Now, Candace Owens went on, everybody know who Candace Owens is. She is a conservative voice. She is a Black Republican. I believe that will describe her right. A lot of people in the Black community don't like her. They think that she's trash. They think that, she's doing it for the money. Me personally, I like a Candace Owens. I think her voice do matter. I think that she is deserving of having a conversation about the one point that I do kind of agree with her on is the Black family. Fathers need to be in a home and need to be a two-parent households. I do really believe in that, but I don't believe in everything that Candace Owens be talking about because some stuff she be saying, I don't really be feeling it. But she announced that she put a tweet out. She said, I love America, thinking about running for president. So I have a friend that's on my Facebook. He is a conservative. And he was so happy. He was like, oh my gosh, Wiley, I want her to run for president. And I want Ivanka Trump to run as her running mate. And I'm like, I'm here for it. Why can't she not run for president if she want to run for president? Do I see the Republicans are going to vote for a Black woman? No, I don't see them actually doing that. In that deep Bible Belt, deep South, I don't necessarily see them actually voting for her, but to raise her profile, go out and what? At one point, we didn't think Trump was going to win the president, and he ran and he won. So why not? I see some people in here say they ain't going to vote for it, but if she run, I would love to hear. I would love to see her in a debate. Actually, I would love to see Candace Owens run for president in 2024. I would love to see Kamala Harris. I would love to see any Black woman that want to get on stage and go for president, go right ahead. I don't have a problem with that. If you want to run for president, go and run for president. Now, I already know the Black community. If I ask you to press 1, if you will vote for Candace Owens, press 2, you will not vote for Candace Owens. I guarantee you it will be a lot of ones in the chat that say, no, I will not vote for Candace Owens because the Black community is still 90% plus Black women, 95% plus of Black women vote for Democrats. 80 some odd percent vote for Republican. So if I ask you all right now, press 1 if you will vote for Candace Owens. You would not vote for Candace Owens. Press 2. I done messed that all up, but y'all know, just go ahead and press it over. Most of y'all would say y'all would not vote for Candace Owens, okay? Most of y'all would not say that y'all would not vote for Candace, and some people don't even know half the stuff that Candace Owens stand for. But if she decides to run for president, I'm going to do a better job studying her, reading her book, Blackout, getting a more deep understanding of who Candace Owens is as a woman, who Candace Owens is as a policymaker. Now, what policies is she standing for? Do she stand for free tuition, free college tuition? Do she stand for increasing minimum wage? Do she stand for making deals, fighting poverty? Is she for making marijuana legal? So I don't know where she stands politically on a lot of her policies, but some of the things I like her on. Now, I'm not going to say, hey, you shouldn't run for president. They ain't going to vote for you. Go right ahead, Candace Owens. If you want to run for president, go right ahead and run. If you're over the age of 35, I think you got to be 35 years old. If you're a U.S. citizen, and hey, go. I'm right with you. Go run for president. What's the issue? but don't expect people in the Black community to welcome you in. You got to do a better job, speaking to the community, because sometimes you speak at the community and you have to be willing to listen. So let me know in the comments. Press 1 if you will vote for Candace Owens. Press 2, you would not vote for Candace Owens. Press 1. I just want to do this with our audience. I just want to ask y'all. I just want to just for the fun of it. Okay, for the fun of it. Press 1, you will vote for Candace Owens. Press 2, you would not vote for Candace Owens. I just want to see. Hold up. Before we get to this next, I want to see where y'all headspace. Press 1, you're going to vote for her. Press 2, you're not going to vote for her. Wait a minute. It's some ones up in this chat. Okay. All right. Let me find out. Okay. Let's go to the next topic. I would love to see her and Amorosa. I would love to see Amorosa run. What's the reason? What's the problem? I don't see an issue with it, right? But I would have to see what she had been doing out in the country. Like, what have she been volunteering? What is her policy? In a way, I don't know if I will support her or not support her. I will have to see what's her platform. I'm not going to be one of them Black folks that say, no, I ain't going to vote for her because she ain't no Democrat. She may stand for something I may agree with. So I have to see what actually is her stance on before I actually say I will not agree with her. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna just keep that on that point. All right, let's go to our next subject. Now, Casanova, let me say this. He's in jail on a detention center awaiting trial because he has some serious charges out there. He decided to do that, the little challenge, okay? The little challenge. He was in jail, and he did the challenge in jail, did the little challenge, and apparently, let's see, because he did the challenge and got himself in some trouble, got disciplined. The man got up in there, didn't have on his mask, and so the prison people, I guess, that was there, they was like, hey, he got like another charge because he didn't have on his mask. They were mad that he did the challenge. But my thing is this: why in the world are you doing this challenge? Shouldn't you be working with your lawyers, going over legal strategies to get you out of jail? Why are you up in there doing the challenge? What, the jug book challenge? How did they do that? How did they do the challenge? Then would they be like, how did they? I don't know how they do the challenge. How do they do the challenge? Is it like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. Okay, is it like, I don't know what's the challenge, but he was doing the challenge in jail. the June bug challenge, and I guess the people in the prison board, I guess he's not in prison, but I guess the authorities was like, no, you ain't doing this challenge. We ain't with this challenge. Get it together. You didn't have on your mask. Let me see if I can pull up and read what my friend Kyle from the Neighborhood Talk, what he put together. Let me see what they wrote, because they real shady with the shade. Give me a second. Okay. They said Casanova loses video visitation rights after doing the June bug challenge in the Slammer. Okay, this the challenge. Okay, this the challenge. He was doing the June bug, the June bug challenge. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have, the June bug challenge. So he loses his video visitation rights after doing the June bug challenge in the Slammer. They said rapper Casanova in some serious trouble. He's already behind bars in connection with a gang-related racketeering case. According to TMZ, a woman recorded him doing the Junebug challenge, doing a video visit, and prison officials aren't happy. He was since lost his video visitation privileges. He also was hit with another disciplinary charge for not wearing a lip mask during the video visit. Like, you already know the rules. You're not there to do no challenges. Okay? You're not there to do no challenge. You ain't there to do no challenge. You're not there to be doing all that chat. You ain't there to do the butt hand bounce. You ain't there to do all that. You're not there to do all that with all what these people be doing. You're not there to do the Cupid shuffle. You're not there to do the cha-cha-cha. You are there to serve some time, sit there, wait for your trial, talk with your lawyer, go over legal strategy, not sit there and they're sitting there dancing. Okay, and you should be in there dancing in the slammer, shaking your ass doing the Junebug in prison, because you already know how these folks go up in there. They be looking at your butt and all that type of stuff. You ain't gonna be doing no Junebug. You probably was happy because you did the Junebug challenge in the shower. I'm not saying it, but you got to be very, very careful with that. You know how things go on in prison. You know, things be going on in no prisons in the slammer and all that type of stuff. Okay, so you can't be doing no Junebug unless you want your bug, mess with. Okay, you're a good-looking guy, chocolate and everything, thuggish type, my type. So let's move on. But you let somebody set you up like that. Anybody with good common sense know you don't supposed to be doing that. It was apparently, and I want to say this, I'm gonna bridge into this. It was a bus driver. Now that's another challenge. There's so many challenges. It's a challenge where you do a little dance, and then it turns red. What's the name of that challenge, producers? You do the challenge, and then it types into, you get into like red, or you get into the pole. So it was a bus driver. He did the challenge on the bus, did the challenge in the red stuff, the Victoria Dim challenge. So he did the Victoria Dim challenge and lost his job. He literally lost his job. He did the Victoria Dim challenge and lost his job. Is it the Victoria Dim, whatever challenge it was, the red, I call it the red lights challenge. He did the challenge and the man lost his job. Okay? He lost his job. Did the red challenge. You supposed to be getting people on the bus and you up there doing the challenge. Man, please. I call it the red light. I don't know all them big words. I call it the red light challenge. It be all red. They be dancing and all type of stuff. Okay, let's move on. But Casanova, get it together, Casanova. Now you up in there for racketeering and for some charges. Get it together for it. And don't be in there doing no dance. That ain't no time. You need to be remorseful. You need to be praying. Get your preacher up in there. Get your priest up in there. And get your attorney up in there, okay? And you talk down and get over legal strategies. Don't be trying to do a jukebox challenge, because you don't need to be adding on charges while you in the slammer. Come on, brother. Get it together. All right? I just want to tell you, really, really get it together. All right, I say that humbly from my heart, from one dark chocolate brother to another dark chocolate brother. Get it together, okay? Let's move on. Now, it's something else that's been going on, a YouTube prank. In Nashville, a man killed in a prank robbery gone wrong, police said. So apparently it was this Nashville man is claiming self-defense after fatally shooting another man Friday night in a suspected prank robbery, according to the police. Cops said David Staines Jr., I hope I said his last name right, 23, killed Timothy, 20, in the parking lot outside an indoor park. They were saying the Associated Press reported the two were outside the urban area in the city northeast neighborhood. And I guess they were doing a prank. The young man pulled out, I guess, a knife on him. And it was a YouTube prank, but the guy did not know that, so he shot and killed him. And this is what I want to tell you all. Stop. This is where social media is dangerous for some of our young folks. You cannot do these pranks on everybody. And let me tell you why. Because it's dangerous. Everybody don't know that it's a prank. And it's another guy that be out here doing pranks, but I'm going to get into that. You got to be careful doing those pranks. It is dangerous. Everybody is not there to be played with. It is people that is armed and ready, and their guards are up. We dealing with Rona. People, their anxiety levels are up. But if you're pulling out a knife, they don't know if that knife is fake or real. It is so sad that young man had to lose his life, but he have nobody to blame but himself. He is the blame. You know how they say, Wiley, don't blame the victim? No, that victim is the blame, because you have no right going out there trying to do a robbery prank on people. Leave folks alone. Stop doing that. That's dangerous. Now, if you want to do a robbery prank, get your friend in the house, get somebody that know you in the house, then you do it on somebody that y'all already did this. It's a scripted thing in your house in a closed environment, and then you record it. But don't you randomly go up to no parking lot and pull out a knife on somebody. You can possibly lose your life, and that young man lost his life. So he have nobody to blame but himself. That was very foolish of that young man. That was very foolish, stupid of that young man. And I am praying for the family because they lost a family member. I am praying for the guy that actually killed him, because now he's going to probably be blamed. Oh, you murderer. But he didn't know if the guy was doing a prank or not doing a prank. You need to stop doing that for clicks and views. We had interviewed a young man. We interviewed a young man that came on our platform. Producers, I don't know if y'all remember that. Remember that it was a young YouTuber, right? He jumped from the bridge and he fell. He jumped in the water from the bridge, and he was doing it for YouTube. So we interviewed him. He had different problems, like he broke something. He was unconscious, and he said, "Yeah, I did it for a click, to go viral." And he told me, I just texted him like 3-4 days ago. He said, "Yeah, Wiley, I'm gonna do another thing." He want to jump from another bridge higher than the one that he jumped from. And I said, bro, do not jump from no bridge. That is dangerous. It is other ways to get clout on YouTube. Sit on there and do commentary. Don't do that. You are too young, and that's too dangerous, and your family going to possibly lose because you're doing this to build up a YouTube channel. It's not that serious, brother. It's not that serious. So I was trying to talk him out of it. He said he's going to do it again. And I said, Lord, don't let him do it. That's very foolish. But in this case, like, people do stuff to go viral. They do all these type of pranks. I remember it was an idea that I had, keyword idea. I did not do it, but I had an idea. And I said, hey, I want to go to Inglewood, Chicago. This one I was in Chicago, right? I want to go to Inglewood, Chicago. I want to dress up like a transgender woman, and I want to trick men and flirt with men in the hood, and I want to record it and see what transgender women go through. So I brought this idea to someone. They said, Wiley, you do that, you may not live to see the video come out. It may not, you may not live to see that project come out, okay? And I was like, really? You don't think so? I was like, because that was an idea. It was an idea that I had, baby. I had the red dress, the red pumps, the red lipstick, the outfit that I was going to wear. I had the person that was going to record it, and we was going to go in the hood in Inglewood, Chicago, the worst neighborhood in Chicago, and we was going to try to talk and flirt with the thugs. Okay, we was gonna flirt with the thugs. So, and I told somebody about it. I was like, hey, I'm gonna run this idea to, to grow my channel. I was like, I'm gonna, dress as a transgender woman and really, bring Marquita the Cross-Eyed Diva, to the streets and, flirt with the thugs. So he was like, you ain't gonna live to see that prank come out. And thank God I didn't do it, but I thought about it. Okay, I thought about it. It was an idea. I had the red dress, red lipstick, and I was gonna go with the thugs. Go where they have their pants hanging out in the hood. The thugs, where the thugs are at. I was gonna do it. Marquita was gonna be on the street with a camera. So that was a bad idea. I don't expect people to do that idea because it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. So I was glad that I listened to somebody. They said, don't do it, Wiley. You're not going to live to see that project come out. But I thought about it. I thought about it. It is very dangerous. I really, really thought about it. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do it because that's very, very dangerous. So praying for that young man family, to losing someone at that age, all because you wanted to do a YouTube prank. It is not that important to get clicks and views. It is other ways for you to build your platform. It's other ways for you to go viral. You don't have to put your life at risk for a click and a view. Let me say that again. You don't have to put your life at risk for a click and a view. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that right now. You ain't got to put your life at it for a click. It's other way. I don't care. It's some things that I will not do. If I hate it, comes, it comes. So just take your time. Don't put yourself in that predicament. All right. Make sure y'all like the video. I see y'all coming in. Make sure y'all like the video, and we will open up the phone lines and allow y'all to speak on it. Let's get to Saucy Santana. Oh, I was about to put Rolling Ray picture up. Let's get to Saucy Santana. Saucy Santana. He had a booking in Houston, Texas. Now, I know I may trigger some people, but just hear me out. He had a booking in Houston. So apparently, a group of his friends, they got into this fight and this altercation. It's a video all around the internet, and he was like fighting, and he was there. And this is what I want to say to Saucy Santana. Brother, you are not with the common folks. Though you wear the lipstick, though you got the nails and all of that, you have to learn your lesson. You did not learn your lesson from the 357 Magnum that hit you from about a year or so ago. You have to understand, you are a celebrity. You are in a different bracket. Even Maddie even tried to give you advice that you love to be with the with your peers, with the common people. But you have to understand, you are no longer a common person. You are a celebrity. It will be people that try your friends because they jealous. And then another thing you need to do, because I heard for the boots on the ground in Houston, some of your friends were drunk talking mess to people in Houston, and they wasn't here for it. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. They said, Wiley, his friends is up in the club talking mess, and they weren't here for it. So you need to understand and watch your surrounding circle, and don't have everybody in your circle drinking and getting drunk. They are a representation of your brand. You represent a brand. You got a song out right now. Let me see you walk, walk, walk. You got a song that is viral. You have people that view you. You have people that's into your music. So you have to understand, even your team, the people around you, you got to make sure they're not clowning around. You got to make sure they're not flirting with somebody else's boyfriend. You got to make sure they're on their best behavior, because when things go down, it's a representation on you. Now, he did not get beat up. He did not get dragged. He did not get body slammed. None of that happened. It was just his group of friends getting into it with other folks. And he needs to question the people that's around him. It's always something going on with Saucy Santana, his crew, or with him. And he don't learn. He's not learning his lesson. He's not trying to hear. He ain't trying to receive this. Like, he not going to be set until he continue to get jumped or beat up. He not going to hear this. My thing is this: get your security. If you have a booking, get your booking. Don't go there and get your little sippity sip in and go your happy way. Get your money and go. But all that, want to stay with the people, go here and be here with these people. I'll have people all around. You need to have a VIP set. Your friends or your crew need to stay in your little area. You stay in your little area and all that. Okay, it's a question here. Y'all talking about he not a celebrity. Y'all saying he's a public figure. What I'm saying is the man is known. He has some people that celebrate him. Whoop-de-doo. But what I'm saying is he have to understand that he's in a different bracket in life. He's no longer just a regular guy that's going to the club. He have people that view him. If things don't go right, things will go on the internet. People will talk about it on the Shade Room. He get posted on Ball Alert. He's associated with the City Girls. So he's not a guy like myself, just walk up randomly, unknown to the masses, to the club. He's totally different. He's in a different space, whether you want to believe it or not. Now, again, I don't want people to send this video to Saucy Santana somebody he got beat up. He did not get beat up. What I'm saying is he needs to check his friends. He needs to check his people around him, because they always get him in mess, and they represent you, Saucy Santana. So get people around you that ain't gonna always want to get drunk all the time. That's gonna be that you have to have somebody in your circle that don't drink. You need somebody like me that don't drink, that just go there, dance a little bit, but don't drink. Be sober-minded to watch your surroundings, because you're the bag. You got the bag. You the purse holder, right? You the brand. So we got to protect you and make sure ain't nothing going to go down around you, because that's how things pop off. After that incident that happened to you from the club, and when you got shot and all that type of stuff, I felt sad for you. And I thought, like, maybe he'll learn his lesson. Like, he ain't, with air. He not the average person or a common person. So maybe he would learn his lesson, but maybe not. But yes, that came out, and that was on the list. Somebody wanted me to see that. Of course, the videos are going out there. And sometimes maybe you need to stop performing at gay clubs. I said it. Maybe you just need to perform and go home. You don't need to be staying around. Okay, let me just stay over and drink. Maybe you need to do with Lil' Kim. That's one thing I like about Lil' Kim or any of these other celebrities, especially Kim. When she used to come to the club, she would come up there. You couldn't get up where she was at. She would perform maybe a song or two, and she up out the door. She ain't coming in no crowd. She ain't trying to take all these selfies with all this. No, last time when I go see Kim, when she came to Chicago, she had her security big. I mean, that I never seen a security guard that swole and big, right? Got up there, got her money, did her songs, and hit the door. She didn't go down there. Okay, y'all, let's turn up. And her friends, crew get in with this crew. Like, come on now. You need to understand that you're in a different bracket. All right? You need to understand you're in a different bracket. Let's go to the next one. If you don't believe that, get it together. All right, so I want to get into Jason Lee. Where Jason Lee at? Okay, Jason. Hello, how you doing, Jason? So we reported on the Wiley Show first that Jason Lee unfollowed Cardi B. People were saying, Wiley, you a liar. Wiley, you lying. He did not unfollow Cardi. You started something. And then, Tasha K just posted on her Instagram. She posted it and proved the fact, showed the receipt that he unfollowed Cardi. So, and I talked about it in unfiltered detail on Station Head. And I highly suggest y'all go check us out over there. And I was going to give my reason. I'm giving my reason of why I think that Cardi B got an unfollow from Jason Lee. Now, this is my opinion, okay? I personally believe that Jason Lee feels some type of way that Cardi B ain't have been on his show. And if you go to the history, even with Megan Thee Stallion, he used to drag, he dragged Megan. He was like, dang, Megan never came on the show. So he proceeded to drag her. I do believe he feels some type of way that Cardi do not go on his Fox Soul show. Cardi do not go on Hollywood Unlocked. Cardi have not been on Gagging. I do feel that now in this new era that she have not been on any of his media outlets. And I saw this very, very shady thing. So the producers would bring it to my attention. They was like, Wiley. And I was like, yes. Hollywood Unlocked were posting that the rappers like Cardi B, the rappers that claimed that Cardi B stole from them, he were posting that on his Hollywood Unlocked platform. And I was like, if Cardi B your friend, if Cardi B, this is your role, whatever, why are you posting when rappers claiming that Cardi B stole from her? And I thought that was quite strange that Hollywood Unlocked posted, and they posted like multiple posts. So I just think that's personally my opinion about it. I think he's not getting the attention from Cardi B. But let's be clear, Cardi B is still following him. Let me double check. Okay. Let me double check to make sure Cardi B still following him. Because, over here, we love to talk in facts, not fiction. Okay. Let's see if Cardi B still following him. Give me a second. Let me check. And let me just check. I believe she's still following him. Yes, so she's still following Jason Lee. So obviously it's probably something on Jason Lee part. He have not released a statement. My producers were drawing up a letter and asking that we're going to submit it to Hollywood Unlocked. We're going to submit it to Jason Lee people and to see if they can give us a statement and say, hey, why did you unfollow? I know this is, yes, I am messy. And in the letter, I told one of my people, I said, put in the letter that, yes, I may be messy, may not be messy, whatever. I just want to know, why did you unfollow? I'm nosy. I want to know. I work in media. I want to know, why did you unfollow Cardi B? Why did you unfollow? What's the problem? What's the tea? Give it to me. Break it to me. Okay. So we're going to be definitely submitting that to Hollywood. I'm like, I don't care. People say, oh, Wiley, that's so messy to ask. If you don't know, ask. I was raised that if you don't know the answer, ask the person. Go up to the person and say, hello, why did you unfollow Cardi B? I'm not the type of person. I'm going to answer. What's the issue? What's the issue? You think I'm not going to ask Jason Lee, why did he unfollow Cardi B? I'm going to ask him. Why not? I'm going to ask him that. Maybe tomorrow I ask him that. Maybe I go up on maybe I go up on their Clubhouse and ask and be like, hello, I am here to ask Jason Lee a question. Is he unfollow? Why did he unfollow Cardi B? I might just go over there and hello, I am here. I might just go over there and be messy and be like, I just want to know. I know y'all talking. Hello, everybody. Hello. I want to know, why did Jason Lee unfollow Cardi B? Okay, that's what I want to know. I want to know the answer. Nobody was really talking about it. And I was like, hey, I'm going to talk about, he's a celebrity. He got the Floyd Mayweather checks. Why not? Why not? He got the ones, like he got the, why not ask? What's the problem? Oh, well, you shouldn't ask that. I'm going to ask. Let me chat. Let me make a couple of little phone calls. I'm gonna have to make. Okay. I'm gonna have to call somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Okay. I'm gonna have to call and see. Why? I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. Now it could be a glitch. Give me a second. Thank you. It could be a glitch. Give me a second. It could be a glitch. It could be that it was a glitch. But my field producers were on it right now. They're DMing me some stuff. They're saying it's still that way. One of my producers on my behalf is going to send Cardi B a voice note and ask Cardi B. Ask Cardi B. Okay. Let me ask Cardi B. Let me ask Cardi B. I'm gonna check back tomorrow. But since we at it, why not ask Cardi B? Let me leave my voice note. Let me ask Cardi B. Oh Lord, I know Cardi B probably watching. Let me ask. Hold on. Let me ask. Hold on. Let me ask Cardi B. Oh, child, let me ask her right now. Hello, Mrs. Cardi B. This is Wiley for the Wiley Show. I just want to know, why did Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked unfollowed you from Instagram? We're actually live on my YouTube channel, The Wiley Show, and I want to know, why did he unfollow you? Is he feels some type of way? Did y'all have a falling out? Can you please let me know? And like I said, I love your song. It's up and it's up and it's up and it's stuck. I love the record. Beautiful. You look really good. I love everything about you in that particular song. But I would like to know, why did Jason Lee unfollow you from Instagram? If you please could let me know. You could just DM me anytime, and if you want to come on the show, you're always welcome. Peace. God bless you, sister. Okay. What? I left her a voice note. What's the problem? I left her a voice note, and we're going to see if she's going to get back to us. Okay. Now, I don't know. My producers is letting her know that she should come on the Wiley Show and ask some questions, because she rarely go on Black content creator outlets, like YouTubers like myself, but she will DM YouTubers, or probably will follow a YouTuber. But the YouTubers that she have followed outside of Jason Lee now, I don't really see her going on their platforms for an exclusive. So I left for a question. If anybody is triggered, please take a deep breath. Do what I'm about to do right now. Go get you a bottle of water. Get you a bottle of water and get yourself together, but please do not be triggered. I just asked a question, all right? Okay, but of course, speaking about that, wow, child, that's real messy. I already knew this was going to happen. But we went on Unwind with Tasha K, and she had a couple of statements that she had put together. And this is what she said. I'm reading what Tasha K wrote. She said, oops. Pissy Lee. Oh my God, Tasha. Lord. Okay, all right. Let's read it again. Okay. Woo. Oops, Pissy Lee unfollowed Diaper Booty. Inquiring minds want to know. She just keep falling out with all the bloggers. No wonder why she got her publicist begging blogs to post her now. Like, I listen, the word, let me read my statement. Hold up. Just in case, y'all. Hold up. Let me read the little statement that my producers came up with. Let me read what they wrote. The views and comments is not necessary of the Wiley Show. I am just reading a public statement that is on a fellow blogger's Instagram. I do not stand by those words. I am only doing commentary and giving my opinion on it. Again, the words and comments about Jason Lee or with Cardi B do not necessarily represent the views and comments of the Wiley Show. Thank you and God bless you. Okay, I just had to let you know that, my team, we had to come out with a statement, because we don't want, I'll tell you right now, I don't want to be added to no lawsuits. It's like, well, the Wiley Show Show at the 3-minute 18 mark said something about Cardi B. And I listen. I didn't say that. I read it and I got the receipts to prove it. Because I don't want to be, because people are getting added to lawsuits and depositions and all that. I read, did I read the statement? And I read it right there and there. Okay, I got that disclaimer. I got that disclaimer. Please don't come up in here and talk no mess with me. Okay. All right. So I want to talk about this subject as well. It's this lady. I don't know her. I don't know who she is. Maybe y'all don't know who she is, but she was spilling some tea about Randy Jackson and Luther Vandross. So let me read what this woman wrote. And it's another story that my producers wanted me to talk about. She got up on here and she said, this is Cola Booth. I got to meet Luther Vandross, even hung out with him when he was on a date with Randy Jackson of the Jacksons at Catch One in Los Angeles. One of the funniest nights I ever had. We all drunk and talking about divas and dancing to She Bop by Cyndi Lauper. And so I was like, wow. So I didn't know that Randy Jackson went that way. I didn't know that he, was a bottom or a top or a verse or oral top. I didn't know he was any of this way. I knew that Luther was that way because, Patty pretty much, outed him or well, I've known that she had added him on what happened live or something like that. I remember she said that he was gay, but I didn't know. I have not heard rumors of this Randy Jackson of being gay. I didn't hear that at all. I never heard that before. This is way before my era, because when Catch One was out and about, I guess that's a gay club or a bar at the time, I wasn't even born or even thought of. So okay. So I don't know, but she put this out there. Hold on, let me get to this tweet. She said, "I wish I hadn't said anything. I love Randy and truly didn't mean to cause him any strife over this. Maybe there was just pals discussing possible music collaboration." Lady, right? Okay, Cola Booth, you are messy. What do you think was going to happen that people was going to sit here and just going to allow you to say that and not question about you wish you had to say that? Well, you should never tweeted it. Nobody was looking for this information. Luther is gone with the Lord, okay? He is arrested in a resting place, okay? He have gone to that special place, okay? That special resting place. Nobody ever asked you for the information. You put that information out. So you talking about, I wish I hadn't said anything. Well, you should never tweeted it. You tweeted it. So we're here to talking about it. Let's go to this one. Then somebody said, and yet you didn't delete it. And then she was like, here we go. When people are kissing and touching and dancing together all night long, that's a date, right? I just didn't mean to cause any strife. Lady, you not slow, because I heard that you're a writer and I don't know too much about you. You don't look slow to me. So don't act slow. You putting these tweets out talking about, I wish I've said, and you keep spilling stuff. You even got worse and said, well, when people are kissing and touching and dancing together all night long, that's a date, right? I just didn't mean to cause any strife. Lady, you is spilling 1980 tea. You doing this for clout. Now, I don't know why you doing this. Now, we will reach out to Randy, okay? And ask Randy, did he do these things? Now, no other blog other than Storm Monroe talked about this, because I got it from Storm Monroe. But I'm like, you doing this for clout. Maybe you got a book that's going to come out. Who is this lady? This is some old school tea. I know my mom probably know that, because she knew that Luther, had a little sugar in his tank and all of that. But nobody asked this woman to do this. Nobody asked her to do it. I don't know if anybody can send me her Instagram. Somebody said, leave her a voice note. Send me an Instagram and I will ask her the question, why did she decide to out Randy Jackson and Luther Vandross? Why did you decide to put this out there? Of course, this is strife. Now, I don't know if Randy Jackson is married. Is Randy Jackson from the Jackson 5? Is he married? I don't know if he's married. You all can let me know if he's married, but that's going to be some drama all within itself. I won't want nobody spilling tea that my man was in a club. I don't care if it was in 1980 or in 2021. I won't want no one, my man kissing and dancing with another man. So obviously she put this out for some clout and everything like that. So I'm gonna have to leave her a voice. They said leave her a voice. Let me tweet her right now. Give me a second. Let me tweet her. We are on Twitter. Make sure y'all follow me at Wiley Show. Dear Kohler Boo. Okay. All right. Give me a why did you out Luther? Okay. Why did you out Luther Vandross and why did you out Randy Jackson? I'm just out by accident right now on Twitter. Okay, give me a second. All right. And Randy Jackson. Okay. Let me do that right now. Okay. Yes. All right, so I asked her that question on Twitter because I'm like, why did she do it? What was the reason? Baby, I'm going to ask the question. I'm not about to sit here and swim on my thumb and be like, well, I don't know, maybe this. I'm asking the question, why did she put it out there? I mean, it's in big, bold letters. I mean, when people are kissing and touching and dancing all night long, that's a date, right? Right? Because, like, come on, and you there being messy. Because look at the tweet. She put this out there. She said, I got to meet Luther Vandross. If you hung out with him when he was on a date, keyword, on a date with Randy Jackson of the Jacksons at Catch One in Los Angeles. Now, she knows what she's doing. She's spilling some tea. One of the funniest nights I ever had. We all stopped. We all drunk and talking about divas and dancing to She-Bach by Cyndi Lauper. So, ma'am, I don't know why she put this out there. I don't even know who is this woman. I never heard of this woman. If she came up to the street to me right now, I wouldn't even know who this woman is. If she would have came up to me right now to the street and said, hey, Wiley, my name is Kohler Booth, I wouldn't even know who that woman is. I'm gonna just say that right now because I don't know who she is. But when that tea was spilled, because I went over there to, the Storm, platform, I was doing some digging. I'm like, who is the woman? I couldn't find no other type of pictures of her. She ain't verified, nothing like that. Oh my God, what kind of woman is this? Okay, let me leave her voice though. All right, okay, let's get that off the screen. Producers, let me do this. Let me leave her voice note. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, hi. My name is Wiley from the Wiley Show, and you wrote a tweet, and you had wrote a tweet. I want to quote you. You said, "I got to meet Luther Vandross, even hung out with him when he was on a date with Randy Jackson, the Jackson at Catch One in Los Angeles." So I would like to know, why did you out Luther Vandross and Randy Jackson? What is the backstory with this? Can you please get back to me at your earliest convenience? Because I would love to get some more in-depth information. Thank you, and you keep up the good work, my dear sister. Bye-bye. All right. I left her a voice note, and we shall see if she's gonna respond back because I want to know why did she do that for that way? Okay, I don't know who she is. I'm gonna ask definitely for an interview. Yes, she definitely needs to come on the show. Okay, all right, okay. Let's. I think we talked about everything. Everything that I want to talk about. Oh, we got through this show really good. Let's go to the phone lines. I said, my dear sister, let's see if she want to come on. Come on, lady. Let's come on the show. She's spilling some 1967 tea. Child, that was way before. No, that was 1980 something. I was born in 1990. So my mama wasn't even screwing. Well, she probably was screwing, but she probably wasn't screwing. She probably was screwing, but what I'm saying is she wasn't conceiving me because I wasn't born until like 1990. I wasn't born. So this, when they went out to that was in like 80s or something. So let's go to the phone lines. If anybody want to call in, I'll put the number on the screen, producers, so you all can call in. And we over here for the new producers, we do have a call-in number, and you all can call in. And that number is 646-716-8447. And you can call in, and actually it is free to call in. So you all can voice your opinion. And I want to hear your thoughts. Now, when you call in, people, stay on topic. We talked about Candace Owens. We talked about Casanova. We talked about Saucy Santana. We talked about the YouTube prank. We got into all of that, into Jason Lee Unfollowed and everything like that. But before I get to that, I want to share this story with the T.I. and Tiny, because we already talked about T.I. and Tiny situation. We already discussed it, I think. And I just want to say this, their show apparently is on temporary. I think they canceled their show, right? Not they canceled, they temporarily paused it. And I want to say this, and I say this humbly. You got to be careful who you have people talking for you. I think and Shakana, and she's really going at it with the blogs, right? When she got up there and talked, she was recruiting girls and all of this, and she was on this. I think she talked a little bit too much. Apparently, this situation with T.I. and Tiny with the sexual allegation, it have turned a new leaf. And now the people, the Time's Up people, now they're talking about, they're even discussing the whole Raz B situation. They're discussing the T.I. and Tiny situation. Lisa Bloom is actually representing one of the victims in this situation. And now Sakana was like, well, I'm going to have to go after these YouTubers. No, baby, you need to keep your mouth shut. That's what you should be doing. Don't try about going after YouTubers because you ran your mouth. You got up there, was doing all that talking, and then you tried to blame it on somebody else. Just hush up and get your own lawyer and to protect your own self, because from my understanding, they're talking. So don't try to get out there. And T.I., you shouldn't have got out there and talk and say, well, everything that we did, it was all consensual. Don't get up there and do all the talking. This is where you pay your publicists. This is where you pay your crisis managers. This is where you pay your lawyers to do the talking. It is when you have a serious situation, when it's picking up steam, you hush up and pay people that is used to handling these type of crises to do the talking. Like, don't get up there because you might say something that's maybe like it may not come out right. So make sure you get your team of people to talk about this. All right? Because you could definitely incriminate yourself. So this is now what I would say is I think everything that happened with those women that came in, it was all consensual. I do believe that. I don't believe none of them was like raped. I don't believe it. I would have to see more evidence of that. And I don't technically want to even believe Sabrina because she was involved allegedly doing the threesomes. So I don't necessarily believe it. For right now, I will have to see a lot of evidence. I need to see some evidence, but apparently it's enough for a lawyer. But again, Lisa Bloom will grab any type of case that's going to bring her some attention. It will bring her any type of attention. She'll get that case. If it'll bring us some media attention, she will grab it or whatever, and we'll get to the facts later. So just because Lisa Bloom is picking this up, I'm not necessarily going to just believe that T.I. and Tiny was actually running this. But I say this humbly. Regardless of what it is, somebody says the statute of limitation is going to come in place. Yeah, but it's going to damage their brand. You know what I'm saying? Already they had a show, and the show on the network got nervous. That's why you can't be going around putting out labels and talking about folks. That's why, that's why T.S. Madison had to come out and, befriend some bloggers because they were trying to talk about she had rapers in her home. And that's why she had to be like, okay, let me go ahead and befriend these people and pretend like I'm cool with them. So I don't mess up my WeTV bag, because it was rumors that she hired a rapist in her home and to work on her Queen's Court. So then she had to befriend some people to keep them quiet. So yeah, these allegations can't stop your bag. I'm here for it. I will be sitting on the sideline watching this. I will talk about this case. If it go to court, I'm gonna talk about it like they talk about the Tasha K case. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it just like they talk about the Tasha K case. We're gonna break down the T.I. and Tiny case. Now let's keep in mind, Tasha K was invited to the T.I. and Tiny case. I mean, not T.I. and Tiny case, I'm sorry, to his podcast. She took a picture. Now I don't know how it went. I tried to ask her. She ain't giving me no information. But regardless of what it is, if you is there, obviously she's about to do something. So I don't know what it is, what she's about to do with T.I. and Tiny. But this is the thing. If what I could say this T.I. and Tiny, stop doing the threesomes, stop doing the foursomes, stop doing the fistsomes. Y'all need to understand, get NDAs and do this. Get a videotape. Make sure they say, hey, my name is such and such. I give them permission to lift and do this in the threesome. I give them permission. I am here under my own free will. Have somebody to notarize that, and then y'all go head on in that bedroom and get busy. You better make sure, because when I get the type of money I'm getting, baby, I'm gonna have the video camera. I'm gonna have my attorney. You sign it out. You sign a letter. You sign this, that you are here under your own free will. And whatever we do, you give me permission. We getting it on. I'm just telling you. Make sure everybody is like that. I'm gonna just tell you that right then and there. Before we get the polls, before we have this big old orgy, let me make sure we get the legal documents. Let me make sure I have you on tape that you have permission of this, okay? And then once we get done, you give a review. Oh yes, I had a great time. It was awesome. It was lovely, and you keep that in your file, just in case these other folks, when they want to change their mind, get all broke, things ain't going right with their life, they want to come and lie. You got your evidence to back it up. I'm just saying. Or if you don't want to do all that, guess what? It's so simple. Don't do it. Get you some Vaseline or get you some movies and watch that. Don't get involved. Because you got to be careful being that freaky. These people want platforms. They want reality shows. You have to be very careful for doing it. Most people, when you do all that type of stuff, they want an Instagram follow. They want a follower. But let's be clear. Let me say this. I am not endorsing anybody. You cannot take advantage of somebody. If they say no, even if they say yes, I give you it. But if you get up in there, no, I don't want to do it. You got to stop, because no means no. Okay, if they don't want to do it no more, don't be trying to offer them some more mileage. Don't be trying to offer them some booger sugar. If they say no, okay, open up the door and let them go. But don't keep them in and try to stick your ping inside. If they say no, open up that door and let them go. That will save you a lot of stuff. Come on, don't put your livelihood at risk because you just want to put it in. No, like, come on now. Now, I will keep y'all updated on this. Nothing have been filed with the courts, but we shall see how this is going to operate. We're going to see how this is going to go. All right, but let's go to the phone lines. Moderators, if you all can post it in the chat, we will open the lines, and please do not have me on the background. Please, no cussing. If you cuss, I will boot you off the air, because I haven't said not one cuss word all in this live. Do not cuss. If you are a cusser, if you love to cuss, make sure you get your notebook and a pen. I'm gonna give you an example. Write down your thoughts and give your thoughts and read it off a piece of paper, and all the cuss words, you scratch it out and just read it on a piece of paper, because some of y'all love the cuss. Write it on a piece of paper, and then all the cuss words you had on there, just scratch it out, because I would hate to, boot you off the air. Okay. All right. Let's go to the phone lines. 1838, Carly on air. 1838. 1838.
Hello, how you doing, brother?
Oh,
hello, how you doing, brother?
You live on here. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I want to get off topic for a second. I'm just messing with you.
Oh,
but,
no. Go ahead.
I want to speak on the Cardi B and Jason Lee Unfollows. I guess Jason Lee unfollowed Cardi B. I hate when like bloggers take things personally, and they make decisions on personal agendas instead of being objective. I guess objectivity went out the window in today's society based on people doing things and making certain moves based on feelings and emotions instead of what's best for the viewers and the audience.
Okay.
And I also think that like Jason Lee might have unfollowed Cardi not just because he didn't go on his show as you and Kate suggested. I think it's mostly because he probably feel like Cardi B's train is going down. And so why stay on the sinking ship when you could jump off that ship and get on something else?
Who going down? You talking about Cardi B going down? Where's she going? I think she going up and up and up. And stuff.
Nah, I think she's going down. Think about it. She's not going to have an album that talks on invasion of privacy. And I think people going to judge her album based on that. And so that's why it's the reason why she hasn't put an album out in over 2 years. She knows she can't have an album that's just good as that. And so at the end of the day, if she knows she can't have an album as good as that, I don't think she's going to ascend to the top of the rap food chain as a woman rapper.
But her album, sir, but let's be clear, her debut album sold millions, and it's still selling to this day.
Yes.
And
yeah,
typically back in the old school, you would release an album and then you would release another one after 2 some odd years. So it ain't uncommon that she want to wait for her follow-up album. She did really well on the debut album. She did really well on WAP. So I don't think that she's going down.
no, I disagree with that because I feel like usually rappers take a year to put out albums, not 2 years. There are other rappers that put out albums in 2 years, so I agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, if they're a year, they'll put out albums, and next year they'll put out another album. But I feel like she's going down because look at her last 2 songs. WAP did good,
Why was
but it wasn't great. It wasn't like Bodak Yellow and things like that. And then this song up, it's not gonna really do anything. It's not gonna really have any radio.
Well, we don't. Well, it did really good on iTunes. Well, what I'm saying is, it did really well on iTunes. Actually, again, I wasn't really it wasn't her best song, right? It wasn't her best song. So don't get it twisted when I'm saying it wasn't her best song. But let's be clear for her audience, for the people that it got 20 million hits on YouTube within 2 days, right? And it did really well on iTunes, and it did really well on Spotify. And I don't know how it's going to chart because they haven't came out. It's still early yet. It's still, they haven't came out with the list. I think it got to wait until like 7 days until we can see how it's going to do on the Hot 100 charts. But it did, it did really well as of right now. Megan came out with a video and it got 9 point. It didn't even reach 10 million yet, and already Cardi got double that. So I mean, it did really well. I don't think that she's going down. I don't think that she's going down.
Yeah, but you got to think about this. I disagree because you got to think about Cardi. She got a big fan base, so her fan base gonna support what she put out regardless. That's the same thing with Nicki.
Okay, so you saying that Jason Lee unfollowed Cardi? Your reasoning, I want to make sure I get you right. You said the reason why Jason Lee unfollowed Cardi is because she going down.
I think because she's not the rapper that she once was. I don't think she got the same clout as she once did. So I think he wanted to jump off the ship and get on something else. Think about it. Like I said, all these bloggers and reporters, it's fact over feeling, and so they make decisions when it comes to these certain artists based on how they feel about them instead of pleasing their audience, and that's the truth. Think about all these rappers that. Not rappers, but think about all these bloggers that have these personal agendas against certain artists because of how they feel about them personally instead of, what's going on with their career currently.
Okay. All right. I feel you. Well, thank you. I hear you, and thank you so much for your opinion. Again, I don't have the update yet, but once I get the update from, Cardi or get the update from Jason Lee, I will make sure I bring it to you. Bring it to the show. Right.
Okay. One last thing I want to say is, I don't care what nobody says about your mental or emotional state. I think you are a great blogger. You are a great commentator, and I think your intelligence is the reason why I call into the show often because I learn from you, and I feel like I'm a better man because I get to engage in your conversation. I get to listen to your commentary. I think, like Tasha K said, you're gonna be doing great things in your life.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
All right. Thank you, caller. Peace. Yes. Okay. Let's go to the next caller. 8550 caller, you on the air.
Hi, Wiley. This is Stephanie, the white trash lawyer from Texas that called into Station Head yesterday. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, it's good to talk to you again. I just wanted to say 2 things real quick. So about the pranks, the YouTube pranks gone wrong. I think maybe, it's just a problem with not a problem, but it's just an issue with the young mind, the juvenile mind, that it's not fully formed enough to appreciate the consequences. So when young people enter into these kind of activities, it's like they don't necessarily foresee how bad it's going to be. With the young man who decided to prank somebody by robbing him. I mean, I just can't think of a situation where that would have ended up well. It just seems like it's just what the hell was he thinking? But I'm sorry that happened. But as far as the YouTuber who threw himself off Pennybacker Bridge, that actually happened here where I live. And there's one thing he might want to think about. Well, 2 things is you can get, if you cause a situation that requires emergency services responses that that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't intentionally done something. You can get billed for that by the city or, whoever the agency was that responded.
Mm-hmm.
And that can run up to, hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on your injury and what they had to do to help you, And so, I mean, you're taking up time, you're taking up resources. And then the other thing to think about is if you really hurt yourself or you ultimately, leave this plane and, go on to your next destination, the emergency services who respond to that and see that, that's not just another day for them. That's not just something that they can put aside. They're going to remember that, for a long time, if not the rest of their life. And they're going to have to deal with the kind of, those memories. And I've been around emergency services personnel. They don't forget stuff like that. That's just not just another day. And I just think people need to think about, what kind of causes, the mental damage it's going to do.
And this is where it comes in with clicks and views, because you do this because, hey, I want to go viral. Because when I talked to the young brother that jumped from the bridge, he said, I'm doing this to grow a platform. And then he said, oh, I'm doing this to fight fear and to say that I'm not fearful. You don't have to be foolish. You could be fearless, but not make foolish actions. Oh, I'm doing this. Like, no, that's just that's foolish to do that. And it would be hard. Like I was trying to tell them, it would be hard for you to get like life insurance if they know you're out here doing dangerous things like that. They will drop you from your insurance doing those type of dangerous acts.
Yeah. And, it's just, I don't know that, necessarily these kids, I mean, they're children to me, I'm a lady, but I don't know that their brains are fully developed to understand what they're doing to themselves and others. And so it may be too much to ask, but I just wish they'd kind of slow down and think before they did this kind of stuff. It's not worth the click and the view. It's really not.
Facts. You're right.
And then I also wanted to talk about T.I. just from a legal perspective. I'm not impressed that Lisa Bloom is involved. Not at all. Not a bit. I don't think that, and not to say anything about her as a lawyer necessarily, but, just because a lawyer gets involved, don't mean there's something going on. I think especially some of these celebrity lawyers, they kind of run towards the publicity sometimes.
Okay.
And then also, I think I've been watching this and I'm a little alarmed. I don't know if that's maybe too strong a word, but I think one thing that I keep hearing repeated in the blogs and in the media, other media, is that we have 30 some odd victims, that's what they're being called. And I don't know where that number's coming from, because have we seen, and I'm not saying they have to name names, but have we seen any evidence that there really is 30 some odd
That's
people?
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Where's the evidence? The number came up 30. Where's the evidence? And I think some of that stuff is clout. Some of that stuff, they're doing that for attention. And it's so sad because you can make that lie, and if the lie entertaining enough, you can lose a bag. You know what I'm saying? Look how they temporarily lost that. So you can't stop it. If somebody mad without no evidence, I've seen people's lives and livelihood get destroyed off of an accusation.
And go to jail. Their freedom is taken, and I think, as far as I could tell, if you trace this back, Sabrina put that number out there, and I don't know what she's basing it on. I don't know that we've seen any proof.
Baby, Sabrina need help. Sabrina mad because she ain't getting that peen no more. She angry because she don't have the friendship, the ear of T.I. and Tiny anymore. But you got to be careful who you allow in your inner circle. When you allow people that flip-flops and go on the internet and just drag you, you just got to be careful. And now they're dealing with the repercussion. There's no telling what Sabrina knows or what she going to think up next. And
I do just want to say that it is the case is sort of an illustration of how the pendulum has swung in another direction that may not be as healthy as we hoped it would, because now we're in a situation, and I've defended these cases too, where we get in situations where the person who's accused of the assault or the act, let's just say, I don't want to say it on your platform, but they're put in this position where they're accused of that they should have known that the person didn't want to do this, and they should have realized that there was not any consent, that they should have read the situation better. They should have known that the person who's accusing them of this was too intoxicated to give consent. And I'm not sure that's as easy as the people making the accusations or, the government who brings the charge would like to make it out to be. Because let's say you're both intoxicated. Let's say you're both on drugs. Like, how would you know necessarily that, and I say she, because that's often the way it plays out, but the person making the accusation, how would you have known that they were not able to give consent? Not that they were actively saying no, but just that they were so not in the right mindset to be able to agree. And I'm not sure that's as easy to determine as people think it is. And I think, because often everybody doing drugs, everybody's drunk, and I don't think it's as easy to just say like, oh, he should have known, or they, the person.
Right, because you brought up a good point. What if they both intoxicated? What if you both high on drugs? So this is, we shall see how this is going to turn out. Again, T.I., I think, they're going to lose different deals because nobody want to be around people that been accused of that, unfortunately.
Right.
Not until, and then once.
And that's the thing is, even if you beat the charge, let's say they get accused of a crime. I don't know that they will, but even if you get accused, even if you beat it, there's always going to be people who think you did it. Always, and that will be the rest of their life. There will always be people who think that they were violent. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, sister. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wiley. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good day, and I'll be back in the chat. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. All right. That came from a legal perspective. All right. 0266, caller, you on air.
Wiley.
Yes.
First of all, can we say congrats on 17K?
Oh, well, thank you.
Can we start there? I mean, first of all, I just want to say congrats on 17K, giving all respect to your platform. That's where I want to start. Come on, multicultural platform. I just like to give you a shout out because you know what, you have really come so far. I don't know if you realize how far you've come. So I just wanted to say that to you because you're growing, and I'm so happy to be a part of your journey. But I do want to speak on T.I. and Tiny real quick and let you get to your next caller.
Yes.
What I do want to say that it's really sad, right? It's sad times, especially right now, because people need their coin. Now, I'm not saying that T.I. and Tiny are missing a meal, right? That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, we know they're not getting a stimulus package. So this is literally cutting their revenue by them not only missing this money, but more money to come, right? So like previous caller just said, very eloquently, this is not going to be the first deal that they lose. It's not going to be the last deal. Now, what you were trying to say was what they've actually done is suspended production, right? Because they're doing an investigation. And I'm sure once everything comes out, people are going to probably fall off and not want to be around them. But that's what I'm saying. And this is my last point. Be careful who you call friend, because on Mad Day, people will tell your business in a minute. And everybody knows what Mad Day is. Wiley, I'm sure you know, right?
Yes.
What Mad Day is people get mad at you and they will share every piece of your business that they know to anybody and everybody. So that's all I want to say. And the last piece is I don't think Shekinah did any help to them at all. I actually think it hurt them. I don't even consider Shekinah a friend. Would you?
No, I think I believe that she is only there for opportunities. She's there for clout, for social media. She's there for a show. And I want to say this, Lovely T did a podcast and she said Shekinah and Tiny had a show out and it didn't get no clout. It didn't get any it didn't get any views. Because I'm trying to tell you, you gotta have that personality. Just because you got all them followers, just because you're on TV, doesn't necessarily believe that it's gonna translate to success on YouTube. But Lovely T dragged her on her podcast because she was mad because Shekinah was like, trying, she ain't feeling Lovely T or some of these YouTubers.
But she did a lot of talking and said, no, not me. I don't have threesomes. Again, validating that T.I. and Tiny have threesomes. And then she also said, but here's my thing. Birds of a feather really do flock together. So whether you knew it or not, you knew something, right? So that's all I wanted to say, Wiley. Again, congrats on 17K. Everybody in the chat, make sure you flood with congratulations and top bottle in the chat. All
Thank
right.
you. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. All right. 3154, caller, you on the air.
Hey, Wiley, what's happening?
Hey. So what you got to say about the
Okay,
subject?
I'm a cusser. I made me some notes, and I'm going to go slow. Okay, now I think they couldn't say nothing. Now, that has been about 5 or 6 weeks ago. I don't think this would have been able to live like this. Because every time any sexual allegations came, allegations came up under 45, 45 always came up. Number 45, the guy who was in the seat of the president.
Right.
Anytime any Me Too or Time's Up allegations came up last year, his name came up. So I feel like people couldn't really report on anything that other people were saying because that would implicate our president. So they wasn't really doing none of that Me Too Time's Up stuff. I don't know if anybody noticed for the past couple of years.
But he's they did. I didn't really see them because let me tell you why though. Because Trump did it so well, he lied so much that when people would come out and say it couldn't stick, because he would create so many headlines and so many segments, you couldn't keep up what was said about Trump. Because when things would go on, he will drag a media folks. So it'd be a lot with this. So I can understand why I couldn't gain traction with him.
Right. And then, I feel like with anybody else either, because his name is going to come up. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, why are you trying to get on my head when the president's doing this? And then people start putting all their energy into the president and take all their focus off of whoever, the person was. Mm-hmm. Now, Sabrina, somebody asked her, what made you say something now, and she said Tiny hurt her feelings. She said, because the woman in the situation allowed this to happen, and that's what really hurt me to my core. So that's the real reason that you brought up the allegations, to try to go against T.I. because he was getting some recognition from the city, and then you want to throw Tiny into it. And I still feel like it's Shekinah's fault because Shekinah made it a sexual thing. Sabrina didn't present any sexual allegations as far as the time of events that I could keep up with. It seemed like Shekinah started that, and Sabrina started releasing them texts to cover herself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, T.I., I know the stars do this too, but I feel like I see it a lot in Atlanta where they be like, say something for me. Y'all speak up. Why you trying to bring somebody else down? That's real weak. That's whack. Don't try to drag me into it and bring it down. And if you really a real friend, you wouldn't even want me caught up in this mess and this nonsense like this. And Shekinah caught heat for that. And T.I. statement came out after Shekinah was catching all that heat. T.I. said, Tiny is a humble person, a humble woman. He didn't defend Shekinah. He didn't speak on Shekinah at all. But you sat there saying, somebody speak up for us. Somebody say something. And when Shekinah caught all that heat, he did not have her back. He said, Tiny is a good, humble woman. He didn't say nothing to cover Shekinah.
No.
Now, Lisa Bloom, she is a professional now. I don't think she's doing it for clout, but she's always professional. And I do think she wouldn't take the case if she didn't have a little evidence.
And regardless of what it is, the damage is already done because it's the court of public opinion got what they got to say about it.
That's very true. And this is the last thing I'm finna go. People, if you've been around, even if you wasn't involved, even if you don't agree with it, if something went wrong, people that's around heard that. Like, y'all know they be doing this and they be doing that. It's a girl over there that still passed out. It's a girl who, you know what I'm saying? This is stuff y'all gonna talk about the next day when you pull up. Girl, like, girl, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna roll up. We gonna smoke. Girl, I heard it's a girl still over there in T.I. and them house passed out. She won't wake up. I heard they had, you would have heard something. Somebody heard something, whether they involved or not. And I feel like that's another main reason why they couldn't get anybody to speak up for them, because whoever it is been hearing stuff. Now I feel like there should be a burden of proof. There should be some evidence that should be, some tangible evidence. But the thing to me, it was real like, just speak up for me, say something. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to drag nobody down with you. Write it out. Then when she caught all that, he ain't even say nothing, no hurt. Yeah, that was weak. That was whack. But I want to say, Wiley, you do really good interviews.
Well, thank you.
You interact with the people well. You don't cut them off. You don't jump to the next question. You actually respond to what the answer was, and then you even work that segue into another question. I'll be like, this nigga good. This brother is good. So I appreciate that.
Thank you so very much.
Yes, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Okay, 8018 calling on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
First, I want to give a shout out to the attorneys in the chat, the public service, the people in public service. I love how the flow of the chat goes. Everybody has their opinion. We may not all agree that day. We may roast each other one day, but we always come back and we get it right. Now, to Shekinah. I do believe that when Shekinah opened her mouth, she pretty much sealed their fate. Shekinah should have I don't understand why she always feels she has to input her opinion, because she pretty much said that even though a lot of people know that Sabrina does have some issues. I don't know exactly what it is, but Sabrina might be one day today and the next day she really switches back and forth all the time. But Shekinah literally said that what she was saying was true. And you notice after she gave her opinion that all of a sudden the floodgates opened and all of these people, even more people started coming forward to go on Sabrina's platform and tell what it is that happened to them. Now, I want to ask the question, why do you think that T.I. and Tiny, if you love people coming into your bedroom, you like threesomes, whatever, if you knew that drugs were involved, why do you think they didn't at least give an NDA? People do this all the time. They're actors and, there are people that do this all the time, but they make you sign something as to what it is you're getting involved in and that you can't open your mouth.
They should have had Sabrina sign the NDA. Because Sabrina got up there and she said, and they should have Shekinah sign a document like, don't talk for us. Don't speak. Don't bring up nothing. Because she got up there.
Shekinah always does this stuff.
She does. And then she got up there, got the audacity to cry. I didn't understand. I was like that. I was talking to Willie.
Yeah, I saw
and
that
Willie told me about that. And she like, lady, get somewhere and sit down. You had no right. Just go to bed. Go to bed. She always does something.
Bad.
And she got embarrassed and she started wanting to cry. Lady, I ain't got child.
She got on Bigo and started, it was far worse over there. She inputs herself. She has more problems with straight and gay. I don't know what her problem is. She talks about how she grew up, her grandmother didn't play this, because she said in a live, I don't have anything to do with what they do in the bedroom. Here she goes once again during that crying live. And then she say, but I know I'm not into that. Did you hear when she said that?
I did. She did say that.
She's always inputting her opinion where it's not asked. But the biggest thing is T.I. also messed it up. He literally should have just kept his mouth shut. Got an attorney. Because when more and more people, when Shekinah made that comment, I would have got an attorney.
I would have
immediately got an attorney, because there's no way. Last night I saw on Instagram where T.I. and Tiny were at Magic City last night. So what it seems as though they're trying to do, in my opinion, is they're still trying to show the public that, okay, this might be going on, but we're not worried. We're still involved with everybody, because they was just at the strip club last night.
Right. And I think, and another thing too, they was, and I did catch that. And of course they're going to be like the unbothered. T.I. have to understand he got a bullseye on his back because number one, he gets involved into politics. He gets involved into that structure. So anytime you get involved in that structure, it's other forces that will feed on this information. that will promote this information, that will lead, you know what I'm saying? So he have to be very cautious on how he operates in his bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And then when you want to make a statement, because you're not just a rapper, you get involved into politics, you endorse candidates, you know, so he had to also work with that. And then stop trying to respond to everything, because sometimes that's one thing I like about Beyonce. I use her as an example. When things go on, Beyonce does not make a statement. When it was one of the basketball players' wives, when the Beehive was just dragging this woman so much, she was crying, deleted her social media. Her publicist, Beyonce publicist, released a statement. That's why I love Beyonce so much, because she don't run an Instagram. All right, y'all, this is what's going on with Jay-Z. And I never seen her do that. And then guess what? It moved and nobody saying that.
Never will.
It dies off and then it just goes away. But what these celebrities do, they ready to hop on live with no structure, without talking to them, and just hop on and get to talking. And just mess things up. Do what Beyonce and Jay-Z, they don't make no statements. Even with the cheating allegations, the elevated allegations, even if she running witchcraft, we would never know, because she don't do no interviews. She don't go live and just up, like, I don't see that. And these
the Lemonade video told a whole story. And people ran with it, and Beyonce didn't open her mouth one time.
Facts.
Not once.
That's why these celebrities need to have
last thing, Lovely T, last week, she did a live, and she pointed a couple of facts out. She said that the rappers in Atlanta support the mayor. Sabrina, and there is a lady that is running for mayor, and the people in Atlanta can tell you if this is true or not. There is a lady that is running for mayor in Atlanta that Sabrina supports. T.I. supports the existing mayor. I had no idea of this, and so when Lovely T was breaking it down, it made a lot more sense. This is deeper than women just, you know, and I hate to say it, but the women that are involved and are coming forward are being used. I really hate to say that, because they're going to try to make it seem as though, okay, you have these rappers that are involved in all of these scandals, such as drugging women, having sex with them, and they don't know what's going on. And then you have the mayor that actually sits on boards with these rappers. Isaac Hayes' son was one of them. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know this until Lovely T pointed this out. It's so much deeper than what we see.
I can imagine.
It's a whole, and somebody in the chat did say something in reference to it in a roundabout way, but it does appear as though there is something deeper than this. Sabrina, and people were like, in Lovely T's chat, people that were from Atlanta were like, she's going to get something out of it. Now, what it is Sabrina's going to get, we don't know.
Probably a position, probably on a committee. She probably going to be off for a bone, you know, just same way that T.I. and Killer Mike be off for a bone from Mayor Bottom's administration. So I'm not shocked. Again, you know,
Killer Mike and Mayor Bottoms are cool too.
Yeah,
they're very cool.
They're very cool. Yes.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks, Wiley.
Thanks to
the donations. Thanks for the donations, and congratulations on 17K.
Thank you. Shout out. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, we talked about it. We want to say shout out to everybody that came in and gave y'all opinion about the situation. If you did not get a chance to call in, make sure you call in on the next show.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
We also want to say
Goodbye.
Thank you to all the 17,000 people that are following us. Thank you. Welcome to the show. We went live on Stage Share. Make sure y'all go check us out. We're number 9, I think, out of thousands of shows. Our show is actually number 9 on the charts. So make sure y'all go check us out. If you missed the live, just go and catch the replay, and we will, you know, restream the segments for those that just like, for those just as like segments instead of the full live. Thank you so much. Shout out to all the moderators. Thank you so very much. Shout out to Ahmed Brown 9, Tori Mom, J Real, Nurse Nicole. Blue Skies, Puppy Love, and B Scales, Mouth Open, Shantae Day, TLC and 3D1, and also shout out to Bright Star. Thank you all for your support. All right. I got a DM from somebody. I ain't gonna say nothing. I got a DM, and this person is cussing me out. I ain't gonna say the name, but somebody is literally in my DM cussing me out. I'm gonna just hold on that before I go live. Let me hold on before I go live, but somebody dragging me right now. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.